Hello, welcome to my small simple kitchen. Today we're going to make a nice little pudding. It's called a fruit crush swirl, and this is what you need: some strawberries, some raspberries, passion fruit, some yogurt, and a couple of mint leaves for the garnish. Oh, not forgetting caster sugar. Okay, so, and also I got these glasses to pour them into, so depending on your glasses or which bowls you're going to be putting them into, that will determine the ratio of how much you need. Okay, so you're basically going to be doing this by eye. Right, so what we're going to do first is put these into a bowl. Right, let's get a bowl, or better still, if you got one, use a food processor. Yeah. Okay, what we're going to do, put these in. Oops. Preferably without chucking them on the floor. Okay, whack them all in. Okay, now we're going to give them a wash. Wash them now. Right. Right, they've been washed and put back into there. But remember, I've also left some aside, because that's going to be for the top. Right, so we've done that bit. Let's blend that. If you haven't got one of these, then you have to use a fork and mash it up like that. Right, let's start off slow. Right. Oh, that bit jumped out. Perfect. Right, now I'll try and get this out without making a mess everywhere. Release. That's that bit done. So once you've blended your raspberries, you want to pour them into a bowl. I think I'll get a spoon. Okay, pour that in. Oh, there's a big lump there. Oh well, that'll be a surprise for somebody. Get all in there. Done, lovely. Nice level 2. Next. Right, moving on to the strawberries. You want about 4 or 5. So let's do 5. Yeah, that'll do. And 1 for one each for garnish. I'm going to wash these now. Right, so we need to find 2 roughly the same size and put them into the bowl. That'll do. Okay, garnish. Right, we need to get a knife and chop the ends off of these. Like that. And then these also need blending. So chop them into bits. They'll help you when you come to blend it. Like that. Just cut them into 4 or 2. Whatever. Right, let's put them in the blender. And blend those as well. done. Right, so once you've blended the strawberries, they go into a separate bowl. Right, let's get a spoon again. Into a bowl. What is that? Okay, so clean up as you go along. Okay, time for the passion fruit. Right, I've never used a passion fruit before, but what you're supposed to do is cut it in half and scoop out the middle bit. Look at that. What is that about? Okay, let's scoop that out into a bowl. It's like a little tiny pumpkin. Okay, I think that's it. Looks like weird eggs. Anyway, all are out into there. Right, chuck them bits away. Oh, what is that? I don't think we need that bit there. Membrane. Right, I'm going to chuck them away. Right, and there's your lovely passion fruit stuff. Yummy! Okay, so that is now all the prep you need to do. So you've got your raspberry, strawberry, garnish, and the passion fruit. All we need to do now is assemble it all together. Not forgetting the yogurt, but we'll do that if going. Oh! We're missing one ingredient here. Granola. I'm gonna get some granola. Okay, and the granola. This is basically for the bottom. Now, can I believe it? Like how it comes out of the bag, or you can blend it a little bit to make it finer. What am I going to do? I might just leave it as it is. Right, there's granola. Like that, just to cover the bottom of the glass. Okay, so what we need to do now is a little bit to mix in. That's the yogurt. A little mix. This is Greek style yogurt. Okay, put into it. Put about half of it into a bowl. You can always top it up later. Then what you want to add it to that, add your caster sugar and your passion fruit, and then mix all that up. Make sure you mix it really well, just like this. Squash down any weird bits. Okay, and it should go like an off colour, well, an off creamy colour, like a yellowy colour. Right, I think that's about done. Lovely, that smooth. You all them little bits in it. Right, that's done. Put that to one side. Clean up. Okay, for the good bit. Dishing up. Get your granola into the bottom. Oops. Like that, little bit. Not too much. Lovely. And then on top of that, I'm going to put a bit of yogurt. Just to cover it. And now we're going to do alternatives. spoon. And then yogurt. I've done that one yet. Right. Lovely. Then another some of this. Yogurt. Oh, there's that special bit. Done. And then last bit of this. So now that we're near the top, I just want to add a little bit more to the top of that, just to fill up the glass or whatever bowl you're using. Lovely. Right, this bit's done. Right, put these to one side for a minute because we need to do the garnish now. Right, strawberries. What we're going to do with these is cut them, try and do a bit of fanciness here. What you want to do is just slice it like that. About half a centimetre distance apart, and then put it on its side and use your finger and just separate them. Like that, fancy, posh. Same with this one. So start near the edge, don't go right up to the top, so that holds it all together, and then just separate them a little bit. Lovely, that's them two done. The raspberries, what you want to do with those, cut them in half, put them back in the bowl. Okay, and that bit done. Let's pop them on the top. Now what you have to do is swirl it up a little bit to mix them, but not very much. You can use a cocktail stick, but that'll probably take you all day. So use a handle of a spoon and just do that. Just slightly, so it's a little bit marbled. Lovely. It's just knowing when to stop. Okay, oops, I'll do. And same with this one. A sickle swirl. Make it look all pretty. You can scrape the granola at the bottom, and that will make it nice and soft too. We'll do that with this one. You can tell when it's finished because it starts off a bit grinder and then it goes quiet. That's where you know all the granola's mixed. So you've basically made it now. All you need to do is garnish. Remember your strawberry, okay, on the top. Strawberry on the top. And then we need some of these raspberry halves on the top. Lovely. sinking. Look at that, beautiful. And then to finish it, a little bit of mint out there. Lovely. This bit just there. Your choice. You can add a bit more granola on the top. A little bit of crunch. Same with this one. A little bit of crunch. And then these can go into the fridge until you're ready to eat them. And there you have it, 2 fruit swirls. Very nice. So thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe for more lovely dinner ideas and puddings. Ciao for now.